Dancing girl, dance for me.
King commands your audience. Move to the front. Come, commoners. King is waiting. Your places.
Enough, dancing girl. You bore me. Be gone. Slave, more wine. Guards, sweep the palace for weapons. There's no weapons allowed in King Herod's palace.
Anyone caught with a weapon in the palace will be sent to the dungeon. No threats were found, Your Highness.
Excellent. Return to your post. Who is this Jesus? Is he a ghost of John the Baptist? Or perhaps a prophet from times past? And why do they flock to him so? His miracles are nothing more than cheap tricks and foolishness. Nevertheless, I shall do to him what I did to John the Baptist. Isn't that so, my queen?
What you did to the Baptist, you say?
Yes, of course.
Are you forgetting, O pompous one, that it was I who dealt with the Baptist? You were nothing but a coward, afraid of your so-called oaths and honored guests. And you actually enjoyed listening to him, this madman from the desert who dined on locusts and insulted me. And you did nothing. You're only a puppet of Rome.
I don't know what's worse, your incessant babbling, or this cheap Jewish wine. Speaking of which, slave, refresh me. Oh, none for her. More for him. Where was I before I was so rudely interrupted?
You were talking about Rome, Your Highness.
Ah, yes, Rome. Who is this Pilate? Sending me Jesus during our festival, when all I want to do is drink my wine and have my fun? We must devise a plan. A way to rid ourselves of this Jesus and send him back to Pilate. But first we must figure out who this Pilate is. What kind of man is he? What do you think his weakness is?
His weakness is vanity, like every man, Your Highness. So he must not want to judge this man named Jesus for fear they will loathe him. This Jesus has fooled the Jews into loving him for the miracles he does and the so-called truths he speaks. Pilate doesn't want to be the blame for such a cursed task as doing any harm to their so-called Messiah. Pilate is doing the same thing with his Barabbas character, but for different reasons. The Jews see him as their hope to kill their way out of their situation. And they want to take control of their own destiny and do it themselves, not to leave anything up to chance. Especially to this Jesus character preaching love and peace, like that would solve their problems. Your Highness, we have to come up with a really good plan to show that this Jesus is a fraud. Since then, he isn't a holy man, he won't be under our jurisdiction.
Oh yes, a fraud. This is an excellent idea. So glad I thought of it.
The king requires laughter.
I shall have to come up with a plan, a test, a way to prove he is a fraud. Perhaps I shall have him turn the sword to gold. Or even better, I shall make him make it rain and lightning. Surely a god can do this. No, even better. I shall have him turn you into a donkey and we can ride you around the festival. It's a good plan, don't you think, my queen? She hates me. Nevertheless, I'm still in a good mood. Let us celebrate. Dancing girl, come dance for me.
Dance!
Come, Darius. I grow famished. Excellent. Be gone. So glad I'm such a smart man to come up with such a brilliant idea.
It is a great idea indeed.
Enough, dancing girl. You're as boring as you are beautiful. God, come here. Go to Pilate in Rome. Tell him this man Jesus is a fraud, a fake, and as such does not fall under my jurisdiction. Tell him to leave us be so we may enjoy the festival and drink our wine. Go now, dispatch yourself. Take these people with you. They're not worthy of my time.
You heard the king. Your audience is over. Out.
All right. Way to the palace stairs. Quickly, commoners. Silence!